So hello everyone, welcome back to class number 22, and in this class we are going to discuss about the advanced transitions in Premiere Pro, right? I'll be taking my pencil, I'll be taking my drawing pad, and I'll exactly be telling you how can you actually edit footages like this. So I make videos around my experience at IIT Kharagpur. Last 6 months So you got it right. All these transitions that you have seen right now, these are very simple to do, right? But it requires a bit of planning, and I'm exactly going to tell you, right, what you have to do, because all these transitions, they start even before you enter the Premiere Pro screen. They actually start while you shoot, right? And that's what we are exactly going to discuss in today's class.
My name is Tarun. Video editing has changed my life, and it can change yours too. You know, Tarun speaks quality, quantity.
The first things first that we have are the overlay transitions, right? If you might have seen this thing, right? For example, a bomb is blasting, or maybe a thunder is coming and then we are transitioning to the next scene, right? All these are very simple. So what you have to do at this point of time is, maybe imagine you have one of your footage, right, where you're talking to the screen, right? At that point of time, you want to transition it to the next scene, right? And next scene, maybe a car going from left to right, right? Right? Between these two transitions, imagine you have to do a transition. What do you do at this point of time is you select an overlay. What do? You select an overlay. Overlay, जो भी है, ठीक है? So what is this overlay? This overlay can be a bomb blast overlay, or maybe lightning wala effect overlay, right? For example, thunders are coming, all these kind of things. You put the overlay upon this, you change the blend mode to screen, right? I'm exactly drawing and showing you because I want you to shoot these things and try it for yourself, right? So once this is done, you pair it up with a good sound effect, right? Imagine you're doing a bomb blast wala thing, you pair it up with bomb blast wala sound effect. Imagine you're doing a lightning wala effect, you pair it up with lightning wala effect, right? And that's it. You pair it exactly at the time of transition when the bomb blast is happening, right? You pair it up bomb blast with sound, that's it, you have a transition, and the final footage will look something like this, right? For example, here's this, and then it's transitioning to next scene. Or you may be having lightning scene. You're clicking, lightning is coming, and that's how you have a transition over there. The first one, overlays, you can get creative with this. You can use any other overlays also. I personally used, in my previous videos, I personally used bomb blast and lightning. You can get creative, you can use anything else that you want, right? So this is the first thing. And next transition is this.
I get the big bag, spit about 10 racks. Look out!
You tore me up, boy, I needed maintenance. I don't want your love anymore.
So these set of clips that you have seen, these are the masking transitions, right? These are also very simple to do. I'll just show you how to do it, okay? Imagine we have, a screen, right? Imagine a movement is happening somewhere, right? Where now, and like maybe a person or maybe an object, right? It's kind of starting from one point, and at a point it covered the entire screen, and then it's moving out of the frame, right? What do you do is you mask out. What do? You apply a mask wala effect, right? And you follow it. I've already taught you how to mask and everything, okay? Just try it out for yourself, right? If you do this well, you will be able to get something like this, right? For example, you have this transition where I'll just break it down for you, right? So what happened in the first scene is I was sitting at a position, right? If you see this, there are two Taruns, one Tarun here, the next Tarun over here. This Tarun vanished, only this Tarun is there. Then we have both the Taruns again. Now this Tarun again vanished. See this ink wala effect, this vanishing wala effect, I'll show you how to do it later. But for now, just focus on two Taruns, right? How was I able to get two Taruns? Very simple. Coming back to the screen, right? So basically what you had was I recorded myself, right? Sitting at this place, right? I recorded myself sitting at this place, first frame. I put the camera very stable, right? The camera is here. Okay, this is the camera, just imagine, right? The camera is stable, the camera did not move, the camera ka exposure is locked, the camera ka focus point is locked, everything is locked, right? And without moving this camera, what I did is I moved to this position, right? So next clip mein what you have is Tarun sitting over here, but the camera is at the same position, right? Now what you do is you put both of this upon the same thing on a Premiere Pro ka timeline, right? So here you'll be having Tarun, here you'll be having Tarun. What do you do is upon the upper ka clip, the topmost clip, you try to mask out this thing, right? You try to mask out this thing. So what happens is that this will be black or transparent. So what happens is you'll be able to see this Tarun and you'll be able to see this Tarun, and then just play with the timing, sometimes cut this off, sometimes cut this off, and hence you'll be able to get something like this, right? See, I'm again drawing and showing you all of these things because I want you to try this out for yourself. This entire course has to be a course where you are doing stuff and where you're not just watching this like one more lecture or watching this like one more random YouTube video that you're watching, right? For example, here what I've done is I've shot this Tarun sitting over here, and next clip mein I've shot this Tarun sitting over here, and then what I did, I applied a mask between these two things, right? And hence that's how I was able to generate this 2% swallow effect, right? Now moving forward, you have one more clip over here, this thing, right? So again, same thing. When Tarun was moving from this direction, this direction, I tried to mask out this thing, right? You apply a mask behind me, right? We have already done the masking wala tutorial in the previous classes, so you already know how to do this, but try to use this, right? So again, apply a mask, let the mask flow. That's it, very simple. You have this effect again, and then you have the next one, which is also dual Tarun, right? The same thing. Here, one more complex thing that I've done is once I've shot the entire thing, once I've done the entire masking wala thing, once we have two Taruns, then I kind of played around, right? I kind of nested both of these things. For example, if you see here, right, these two things, once the entire transition is applied, you have an effect where Tarun is here, Tarun is also here, right? You nest these two footages to one, right? And then this will look like this. Nesting, I've already taught you how to do it. So once you nest it, then you play around with position and scale of these two footages, and that's how you'll be able to generate a footage, a transition or an effect like this, right? Tarun is here, next Tarun is here, right? Ding, ding, ding. I just played with the position after I masked it out, right? And then you have the next thing, right, where Tarun is here, this entire thing is covering. I try to mask from this position. You try to move it aside more. I masked it there, mask it again, mask it again, mask it again, mask. That's it, right? And that's how you have one more masking thing. So if you can get creative now, you can actually use masking in so many ways. So now as your 21-day challenge is also going on, I request all of you to use these transitions. All these effects that you are seeing, these start while filming itself, right? So be creative, plan your effects thoda sa pehle itself, even before you sit to edit, because it gets easier for you to do the transitions while you're editing, right? So once this is done, you have the next clip, right, where here you have this thing. This is like a normal camera movement. I just moved the camera from leaves to the next scene where my friend was holding the camera, where my friend was holding the phone in hand. So I moved it from trees, got it here where my friend was holding the iPhone, OnePlus phone, and then he did like this, right? He just moved it down. He just moved the phone down, right? Now is the point, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I've masked out this position. This position is masked out. This position. You mask it out to reveal the next clip, right? That's how you have to creatively use masking wala effects, right? Now let's go to the next one, right? For example, this one. Here we have a zipper wala footage, right? Zip ka andar se I did a masking, right? Simple. So it's all about how creative that you can get with masking. Okay? So with that being said, let's go to the next effect. So now as you have seen, what is this teleportation wala effect? How do we do that? Again, very simple. Let me get back to the screen, right? So how to do this teleportation wala effect is, initially you should have a screen where you're recording yourself, right? And then put the camera stable. Let this be the camera. Okay, I'm very bad at drawing, but let this be the camera, right? The camera is recording you at a particular scene, right? In the next clip, put the camera over there itself, but you just come out of that place, right? So that entire background gets recorded. Entire background is recorded, right? Now what you do is, either you just escape, right? You just, put both of these frames together, right? Blend it away and use an overlay, right? Or you use, some kind of fire, or you can use ink, right? I've used ink in one place, I've used a fire wala thing. For example, if you come back to the screen, right? At this point of time, here, right? We have ink wala effect over here, right? Ink is coming, and then I slowly diffuse that layer. That layer is diffused. I applied a slow cross dissolve over there, right? So that's how we got this effect, right? And similarly, instead of ink, you can also get more creative and use something like this, a fire wala thing. But if you see, I've not done it properly because at the end of the day, it's YouTube, right? It's not like a movie where you have to be very clear. YouTube video hai, thoda sa approximation chalta hai. You don't need to waste a lot of time. Just do it like thoda sa approximately, even that should work, right? You don't need to be accurate frame by frame. People are not going to notice that much, right? So just save your time. Don't really concentrate on doing it frame by frame, because at the end of the day, it's either YouTube or Instagram. It's not a movie. Don't waste a lot of time tracking frame by frame, right? Because at the end of the day, when you watch it normally, right, it looks okay. It looks fine. People don't notice that much, right? So don't waste your time while you're editing. Just do it approximately, right? Approximations is much better than doing it appropriately on YouTube or on Instagram. Okay? So that is your next effect. Now moving on, we have the next one. Watch it.
Eyes on the way I thought.
So this effect is called the walk by transition, right? Again, this is a form of masking wala transition itself. How you do this? Again, very simple. I'm drawing all of these things because I really want you to try these out for yourself, right? So what you do is, in the background ka frame mein, right, you have a clip playing on. Say this clip 1, right? And then you have one more clip playing, clip 2, right? So either you can do this in two ways. You can use one more clip where a person is walking from left to right. Like while he is walking from left to right, like right to left, what you can do is you can mask his back, right? You can mask, and while he is going on, the clip 2 is getting revealed, right? This is one way. There's also one more way. See, this is kind of complex. If you have any more doubts, we can kind of discuss all these effects in live when we are taking a live session. Don't worry about it. But yeah, just watch this transition again, right? So how you do it is, you have an initial clip playing, right? This is the second way how to do it. The first way is this, clip 1, clip 2, and there's a person walking by, which is clip number 3, right? Or you can also do it in next way, which is clip number 1 may, it's playing, right? And then you have one more clip in the bottom, clip 2, right? At this point of time, clip 1 may, the first, a guy might be walking from left to right, right? You can mask out from him to reveal the second clip. Got it? So this is the next way how to do it, right? So all these are very simple tricks, right? So this course is not about tricks. This course is about the concepts, right? These are the main concepts that are there. Like you can use masking in so many different ways, right? In the first place, we used masking to generate a clone of yourself, how to clone yourself. Here we are using masking to, when a person is passing by, you are revealing next clip, right? We'll use masking in much more, in more creative ways, right? So we'll just go forward. I'll just show you more clips. But coming back, so this is what I was talking about. You have a first clip, right? And this person from the right is walking towards the left, right? You can mask out his back to reveal the clip which is behind this, right? So this is there, this is there, this is there. He's walking out and the background ka clip is playing, right? So that's one way, and you see there's one more, right? You can also do the same, person walk by transition or pass by transition, not just with people but also with objects, right? For example, if you look at this clip, here we have this thing, here you have this slight pole, right? This pole is actually over there, right? Now what I've done is, as the pole is moving from left to right side, I've masked out this position, this thing, right? Once it's moving out here, I've masked out more, do it more, masked out more, do it more, mask it more, do it more, mask more. So basically these two are different clips, right? I'm using a mask to reveal the next clip which is there, right? That's how you do this transition. Now moving forward, see, all this might be confusing. I can understand if this is confusing, but if you're understanding all of these things, then man, claps for you. But yeah, if you're not understanding all of these things, we'll also do this live, right? Live maybe when we are editing videos. But this is like the major concept behind all these transitions, masking, right? So next, after you're done with this, here's the next transition.
Engineering.
And this is my world now.
So, just to give you a little, doesn't feel real that it's been 4 years from me in college. See, we all know what this transition is called. It's called the match cut, right? But previously we have just explained you how to use match cut, and we have told you that two places, right? Two different images, one thing in common. The common thing can be anything. It can be a place, it can be an object, it can be a person, it can be light, it can be direction, it can be motion, it can be anything, right? And that's exactly what we are going to discuss right now, right? For example, if you see the first clip, right? Here we are going to transition, right? We are going to use a match cut which is based upon the movement of this woman, right? For example, you have this woman turning like this, right? She's turning like this, right? Now I did a match cut of one more woman, where the first woman is turning this side, the second woman is also turning this side, and there we have like a match cut, the match cut of direction, right? And then as you move forward, right? Yeah, here you have one more match cut. This is a match cut, right? People also call it the, cut on action. This is called cut on action because when there is an action happening, you're cutting the scene, right? But here at this point of time, we have something interesting going on, which is the camera. We are cutting on the camera cut direction movement, like movement of the camera. The camera is moving forward in the first scene. The camera is also moving forward in the next scene. And then we have like a cut, right? See, just imagine, just look at this. We have the camera going forward. Next clip maybe we have the same camera moving forward, right? Direction cut, right? Basically you are having a match cut on movement of the camera direction, right? So that's how you do one more thing. Yeah. And then we have the next match cut, right? You have again, basically the screen say effect is coming out, like you're dragging, you're pulling out the screen say image, right? How do you do that? Simple. Initially you have a clip, right, of this image covering the entire screen, right? Now what you do is you film this thing with your phone or with the camera, right? And you entirely frame, like the frame whatever you have, right? And you pull it off, right? So what happens is you'll have something like this. Initially you have this, and then we have, this is the second clip from where you're dragging it out, right? And that's where we have one more match cut. So as if the screen say you pulled out the camera, right? Simple thing. Just to give you and then we have the next thing, again cutting on motion or match cut of movement, right? Here this slight anime character, he's doing like this, right? In the next clip you'll see me doing this, and between these two things I had a cut, right? So if you see this, I didn't do it properly because again it's YouTube, people don't notice that much, people watch it fast. So here we have, he just moved up, next I am also moving this, right? You have one more match cut on direction, right? Direction of the movement. And then we have something interesting, right? This is the most creative match cut that I have ever done, which is on the basis of colors, right? Here if you see, this is the first scene, right? First scene, the light has become, bright. If you see here, what's happening is that the camera lights are blinking. Cluck, 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 right? You have the same camera blinking wala effect at different places, right? So what you do is, first place, camera blinking, cluck, 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 cluck. Second place, camera blinking, cluck, 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 cluck. Third place, camera blinking, cluck, 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 cluck. Now what you do is, you bring all of these things together, right? You layer them up and you have cuts between them. And that's how you can achieve this, right? Got it? I'll just draw and show you how to do this. So basically you have 3 different clips, right? Or just to simplify, let's have 2 different clips. Clip number 1, clip number 2. Both of these clips, you have the same effect, lighting effect, cluck, 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 cluck. So what I'll do is, imagine we have used first this thing, right? And then I'll have a cut, this is cut. So I'll feature, this will be in the featured section. And then the first clip will be playing again, and then I'll have one more cut, cluck, 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 so that the niche cutting will be revealed. So your final footage will be something like this. You'll see this, and then you'll see this, and then you'll see this, and then you'll see this, right? And then maybe if you have one more cut over here, right? And then you'll see this, and then you'll see this, and then you'll see this. So basically people will be watching this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this, because basically you are having cuts between them, right? So that's how we have this cluck, 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 light flickering match cuts, right? And then moving forward, we have the classic match cut, where basically you have one face at different positions and you are using those images one after one, one after one. That's how you have this beautiful match cut series, right? So now as the match cut is done, let's move to the next one, which is the paper cut transition, which looks something like this. It just seems like I did 2 more in. So how do you do this paper cut effect? Again, very simple. So basically what you have is, you have a clip playing in the background and you have this paper cut animation, which is also present inside the video editing assets we provided you. So just open it, man. Just open it and start doing it. So you'll have this paper coming, and then it opens and it'll give you one more scene, right? That's how you do a paper transition thing. Just again, coming back to the screen, right? You have all of us sitting here and eating, right? And then this paper is coming all of a sudden from side, right? This is actually a green screen, all these things, right? So this comes from side, it opens over there, it opens, right? And then you have like a paper wala thing. You can either write something over here, or you can again close this paper and move this aside, so that you'll have one more scene over there. You can become creative with all these paper transitions, it's your wish. I usually use these things for writing something, right? Just seems like, again one more thing, I did 2 more in, right? So you can just get creative with these things, man. It's what can I say, man, I'll tell you one thing, okay? If you can, it's all about how creative you can get. When I was editing, this is what I was able to do. But if you can, I'm pretty sure that some of you who are watching this tutorial or this class can get more creative than me, right? So first plan your transitions, shoot them well, and then execute, right? You'll fail first, you'll try twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, jo bhi hai, but you'll actually be able to do something amazing, right? So whenever you're trying to watch a video, whenever you're trying to watch or shoot a video, right, at that point of time, look at the direction in which the things are moving. Look at the things which are covering the frame, in which you can do a transition, even which you can actually mask out, right? Look for all of these things. Again, talking about masking, we have our next thing, which is largest college cultural fair. So this thing is called mask and zoom in, right? Basically what you do is, imagine you have an object, right? Imagine you have a screen like this, where a person is there over here, right? So you have 2 eyes of him, right? What you do is, you apply a mask around his eye, right? And then what you do is, you zoom in, right? You expand all of these things, you zoom in into that gap, right? Zoom in, so that what happens, next frame में it will look something like this, right? उसके बाद next frame में what you'll have is you'll have पूरा head over here, right? Eyes over here, basically इतना बड़ा eyes. So basically you draw a circular mask and then you expand it. You use positions and scale to expand it, right? That's how you should do it. So again, I want you to try it out first before we actually break this down in a class, a live class. But yeah, so if you look at the screen, I'll just show you how this looks like, right? So here, again, as this is YouTube, I don't do this perfectly because I want to save time. I need to optimize the edit for time because people on YouTube don't care that much, right? So here, what I've done is I've initially created a mask on my eye, right? Move forward, I zoomed in a bit. Move forward, zoomed it more. Move forward, zoomed it more. Zoom, 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 zoom. You zoom it until you see the backside ka clip, the clip which is in the background, right? So that's how we have this effect. And similarly, you have the next one where I masked out this eye of mine and then I'll slowly zoom in, right? And the next clip is also, a clip where, camera is going forward. So this actually matches up really well. It looks something like this. Largest college guys. You're just zooming in, right? You zoomed in the first clip. Second clip is also like it's going inside. And then we have the third one. Zoom in. Mask it and zoom in, right? So all these things, I just want you to become very creative while you're shooting and editing the clips. If you're starting your own YouTube channel, if you're making clips for yourself, if you're making videos for yourself and all of these things, I really want you to try, shoot, and then edit these for yourself, right? And imagine if you're just a video editor who's like trying to edit videos for a client, right? Then it's like the best condition if you know all these effects, because at that point of time, you as a video editor will be able to suggest all these effects to your clients. You can ask them to shoot so that you can edit, right? Either you shoot, if you're a YouTuber or someone, you shoot them for yourself. But if you're a video editor, you can suggest your clients, and that's the best scenario where the video editor is suggesting you some effects, right? So just try this out for yourself. There's so much more that you can do with the Premiere Pro cut transitions. Some people even ask me like, Tarun, did you do this in After Effects? Nahi, you don't need After Effects to do all these things.